dossier previously was investigated by the FBI for Russian contacts. This, according to information released by the Attorney General Bill Barr in a new letter to Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham. Newly declassified information shows former British spy Christopher Steele relied on a source that had, quote, documented contacts with suspected Russian intelligence official for his 2016 anti-Trump dossier. Brian, you know, all of this we knew already. It's more information about the Steele dossier and its subsource, but we already knew that in January of 2017, the FBI knew that the subsource made it all up, that it was hearsay. They interviewed him. His name was Igor Danchenko, and they interviewed Igor Danchenko, and he told them, oh, we were just having beers with friends. We were just making it up. We didn't know if he was going to embellish it, but he did embellish everything. That is Christopher Steele. They used that dossier to get a warrant to spy on the Trump campaign. It's all coming out, Brian.
And they didn't bother to tell the FISA court, of course, what they knew about this subsource in order to spy an American citizen. I mean, the more this drips out, Maria, the more it should scare everybody in this country that you have the FBI knowing what it knows, behaving the way it did, and then, as I'm sure we're going to talk about, realizing just how much trouble they could get in and buying insurance policies to try to cover up for it, Maria. It's absolutely crazy, but it's so important for this information to come out. We should know exactly what the FBI knew when they went to the FISA court and did what they did.
Yeah, because they basically went and spied on the Trump campaign for no reason. They cooked up this idea that there was collusion going on, and they got the whole country going nuts over it. And in fact, it was one big lie made up. I want to say that Sidney Powell is the lawyer for General Michael Flynn. She released another filing yesterday demanding that this case against Flynn be dropped. And in it, she released some of the text messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, Mattie. Let me read some of these text messages to you. While they're preparing a crossfire hurricane investigation into Trump, while they're investigating and trying to cook up this idea that there was collusion, they're texting. I'm telling you, man, if this thing ever gets FOIA'd, that's a Freedom of Information Act, there are going to be some tough questions asked. Here's another beauty. Ready for this one? The thought that it was a piece comes out, then January 20th comes around, that's Inauguration Day, the new AG might have some questions, then yada, 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 we all get screwed. These are actually texts between Lisa Page and Peter Strzok. Here's another one. How was the O briefing? Who is O? Obama. Well, I don't know, but people here are scrambling for info to support certain things. It's a madhouse. Jesus, she answers. Trump was right. It's still not put together. Why do we do this to ourselves? What is wrong with these people? Can you imagine? These texts were just released. Mueller came and went, no text. IG Michael Horowitz came out, no texts. We're getting all the texts now. Your reaction?
Well, and Maria, I would question whether or not voters are paying attention to this. I think they see another FBI scandal, another data dump, and they think this is why we elected Trump to begin with. We're sick of this nonsense in Washington. The president is an outsider, and he's going to continue to use that brand, I think, going forward these next 40 days in the campaign. I would say that the president should continue to do exactly what you just did in that last segment, where you're pointing out the differences between what career politicians want for Americans and what he will deliver in the next administration. I'm not sure that this moves the needle at all, but I think it continues to point to why President Trump is even in the White House to begin with.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that and a lot more when we come right back. Quick break, and then former acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney is here to talk about the